Here's Clay entering the ring in Los Angeles, California. The good-looking young Clay tests the canvas. Here comes the marvelous gray-haired old man of boxing, Archie Moore, waving to the crowd, shaking hands with Cassius Clay. There's Kirk Douglas in the audience. And world heavyweight champion Sonny Liston takes a bow. Sonny walks across the ring to shake hands with Archie. A 43-year-old Archie Moore in black trunks moves across the ring to take on the dancing master, Cassius Clay. Cassius has predicted that he will knock out ageless Archie in 4 rounds. All of the newspaper people are wondering whether Clay can make his prediction come true. Archie Moore has been a professional fighter since 1936. That makes this the 26th year Archie has been thrilling ring audiences all over the world. Archie holds the all-time knockout record, previously held by young Stribling. 106 professional fighters failed to go the limit with this sharp-punching Archie Moore, a record that seems to be completely out of reach of future professional fighters. Clay moving well, boxing sharply. The brilliant young Cassius Clay won the 1960 National AAU and National Golden Glove heavyweight titles. In addition, he also won the Olympic light heavyweight crown that same year. Since turning professional 2 years ago, Clay has had 15 fights, winning them all, 12 by knockout. Moore has a sneaky right hand that can take any fighter out of there with one punch. Clay has to be very careful. And there's the end of round 1. In round 2, Moore is going to have to attempt to corner the endlessly moving young Cassius Clay. Clay seems very confident, taking pot shots at Archie Moore. Moore covering up. Moore weighed in at 191 pounds this evening. That's much heavier than the normal weight that Archie fights at. Those are stinging punches by Clay. Archie won the light heavyweight championship in 1952, 10 years ago, when he took a unanimous 15-round decision from champion Joey Maxim in St. Louis. Archie has defended the light heavyweight title 8 times, of which 7 of the challengers were flattened before the finish. A barrage of ripping punches by Clay. And there's the end of round number 2.
You're watching.
Cassius Clay in white trunks seems to have taken over here in round 3. Cassius is pot-shotting. Young Clay has waded right into the middle of the leading heavyweight contenders by flattening the highly ranked Alex Mitev. Also, 4th-ranked Willie Bezmenov failed to go the distance with Clay last year. At the tender age of 20, Cassius Clay is serving notice to heavyweight champion Sonny Liston that there's a new and exciting bolt of lightning in the heavyweight division. It's all Clay here in round 3. Cassius seems to be playing with Archie. Sharp, stinging punches rock more. Moore's in trouble. Clay pouring it on here in round 3. Cassius seems to have the fight in complete control. And there's the end of round 3, a big Clay round. And this is the stanza Clay has predicted that he'd knock out Archie. He's been right in all of his predictions prior to this fight. Can Clay do it here in round 4? Sharp, stinging punches by Cassius Clay. Clay looking for that opening. Moore pressing forward, trying to get in that one big punch to take Clay out of there. Ripping punches by Clay, and Moore goes down. Cassius raises his hands over his head. Courageously, Archie gets to his feet. Moore is sent to the canvas again by a barrage of punches. For the second time, Archie gets to his feet to face the inevitable. Ripping punches by Cassius Clay, and it's all over. Clay wins by a 4th-round knockout, as predicted. It looks like this exciting 20-year-old is on his way to the heavyweight championship. This brilliant young heavyweight is serving notice to Sonny Liston that he thinks he's ready for a title shot. And here he tells the world.
The fighters try to get... Just a couple. Clay said, I swept the old man clean out of the ring. For a good new broom sweeps up any old thing. Here's another one of Clay's. He said, some say the greatest was Sugar Ray. But that was before they saw Cassius Clay. Cassius has been saying, originally when the fight was signed, he was in Louisville, Kentucky. Archie Moore was at a press conference here in Los Angeles. Cassius was on the phone, an amplified telephone speaker, and Archie made a few flippant cracks to him, and Clay said from Louisville, well, Archie, old man, I was going to let you go 8 tonight, the night of our fight, that is, but now I'm going to cut it to 4 rounds. And repeatedly during the ensuing weeks, Clay has boasted that Moore would be stopped in 4 tonight. And actually, Clay has had a pretty good record, too, of predicting. He has predicted knockouts, the exact round, in 10 of his 12 knockout fights. Time now for our national anthem. So let's go up to the ring and Jimmy Lennon. From the Los Angeles Sports Arena, Smith Reiner Promotions proudly present the 12-round World's Heavyweight Title Elimination Bout, promoted by the Olympic Boxing Club. Cal Eaton promoter, George Parnassus matchmaker. Tonight, Archie Moore of San Diego, California, meets Cassius Clay of Louisville, Kentucky. So we're all ready for the big one, as Moore and Clay will be coming into the ring momentarily. Archie Moore, weighing 197.5 tonight, surprised many a local boxing writer, for he had appeared trimmer and fitter than they had seen him in one time. Undeniably, Archie has trained hard and strenuously for this fight. They were expecting him to go maybe even 190 that low, maybe 192. But in coming in at 197.5 tonight, he shocked a lot of experts. Meanwhile, Clay's weight of 204, while the heaviest of his career, was no surprise at all, for Cassius at 20 is still a growing boy. He's still getting bigger. And I would gather from the booze that Cassius Clay, yes, is coming into the ring. Cassius boasting and his cockiness here, and I am sure he asked for it for the build-up to the fight, and he is just loving these boos, for that was his plan, to get the people interested, to get them curious, to boo him, and come out and see him. Well, his job has been well done tonight, for there are very, very few vacant seats right now here in the sports arena in Los Angeles. Cassius in a white silk bathrobe, black belt, red trim around the collar and the cuffs, and red boxing gloves. Right now, Archie Moore. In your theater, but I can see, and you can see right here, who is the sentimental favorite tonight. Archie Moore, the old mongoose of boxing. 45 years old. Has his mustache. He has the gray around the fringes along his temples. Dyed a neat black tonight. He stands 5'11". Cassius Clay is 6'3". So Moore will not only be giving away 7 pounds, 197 to 204, but 4 inches in height and at least 25 years in age. I think one of the dramatic highlights tonight will be round number 4, presuming it goes that far, for Clay has put himself squarely on the spot, and this is not a gimmick. He has done it before here. He said he would knock out George Logan in 4 rounds earlier this year in the sports arena. He did it in 4. He said before the fight he would knock out Alejandro Lavarante in 5. He knocked out Alejandro Lavarante in 5. Cassius says 4 tonight for Archie Moore. We'll see. Meanwhile, Moore's comment to that is, it is quite true that Moore may fall in 4, but if he does, it will only be over the prostrate form of Mr. Clay. Up to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon.
Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. I ask you to stand, face our American flag, our national anthem. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jimmy Lennon, the ring announcer, who sang our national anthem, comes by his musical talent, for he is the uncle of the famous Lennon sisters. So we're just about ready to go here from the modernistic new Los Angeles Sports Arena, seating about 16,000 for boxing. Here the Los Angeles Hockey Blades of the Western Hockey League perform. The LA Basketball Lakers of the National Basketball Association. Big fights held here. The SC UCLA basketball teams play here. And tonight, one of the big ones. Archie Moore has 3 regulars working with him in his corner tonight. Hiawatha Gray, Dick Sadler, and Richie Pulilov. Meanwhile, Clay will have his head trainer Angelo Dundee, Norm Lockwood, and Duke Holloway in his corner. Cut man apparently not necessary, since neither one of them are known to cut.
To you, ladies and gentlemen, this is ring announcer Jimmy Lennon welcoming you to another great Olympic Boxing Club promotion presented by Cal Eaton, George Parnassus. Tonight's feature event, 12 rounds of boxing, a world's heavyweight title elimination contest. The next boxing show, at the Olympic Auditorium will be on a Saturday night, a nationally televised show, Saturday night, December 1st, featuring the great Irish Billy Collins of Detroit, and he will meet from Reynosa, Tamaulipas, Mexico, sensational Battling Torres. And on that card, boxing fans, will be another two great 10-round main events featuring two undefeated great Mexican boys. Introducing at this time, Chuy Pruneda. Chuy Pruneda will meet Jerry Stokes, and his stablemate, Apolonio Salinas, will meet Jose Cejudo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the ring, undisputedly the greatest of all featherweights, he is the champion of the world. A nice hand for Davy Moore. A former great welterweight boxing champion, a popular Los Angeles businessman, Jimmy McLarnin. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be two fine bouts to follow this big main event. And now I present to you at ringside a man who recently proved that he is the undisputed heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Come into the ring, Sonny Liston.
Very interesting that Liston should be given such an ovation. No boos that I can hear. This is first real, I believe, public test since winning the heavyweight championship to see how the public would accept him, and they have really accepted him here in Los Angeles tonight. Sonny Liston, a big hand leaving the ring, too.
All right, fans, here we go. This is the feature attraction, 12 rounds of boxing presenting heavyweights at the Bella regular time of Jack Smith. Ringside physicians in attendance, Dr. Jack Buseem, Dr. Robert Rock. Judging at ringside, we have George Latka and Lee Grossman. Your main event referee to give instructions following introductions is Tommy Hart. And at your television microphone, our popular ringside commentator, Jim Healy. Here we go, introducing to you, on my left from San Diego, California, wearing black trunks with a gold stripe, the light heavyweight champion of the world tonight as a full-fledged heavyweight at 197 pounds, the ageless wonder of boxing, Archie Moore. Fans on my right, fighting out of the black corner, wearing white trunks with a black stripe from Louisville, Kentucky. At 204 pounds, the undefeated, loquacious Cassius Clay. Here's your referee for instructions. May the better man win. All right, Cassius.
Over the instructions in the dressing room, so I won't belabor the point. All I'm going to say, be sure and give me a nice clean break. You're too large for me to be shoving off. All right, shake hands now, make a great fight.
All set for round number one, schedule 4-12. It'll be Cassius Clay in the white trunks. Archie Moore, Clay 4 inches taller, 7 pounds heavier. Clay with that edge in height and reach. Holding his hands down dangerously. fast overhand right, grazing Clay's chin. To go in the first round. Cassius Clay in white and Archie Moore. It is almost contempt Clay is showing for Moore. He is so nonchalant. Archie Moore, who threw very few punches in that round, spent most of the time blocking Clay's punches, and he blocked a good deal of them. Let us not presume on scoring for the officials, but for sake of argument, I think we're very safe there in saying Clay won a narrow edge in the first round, and Clay did win the first round. The California scoring system, in that case, we assume Moore was the loser. He gets no points. We assume Clay was the winner. It was a fairly close round. He never really hurt Moore, so he gets 1 point. Had it been more decisive for Clay, he would have got 2 points, no points for Moore. So that's your California scoring system. No points to either fighter if a round is even, no points to the loser, and all the way from 1 up to 5, depending on the decisiveness for the winner of the round. So, for example, presuming there that Clay won it narrowly, you would have Clay in front 1-0. Round 2, scheduled for 12, Cassius Clay in white, Archie Moore. Strategy to get down very low, and as a result, Clay is going high on almost all his punches. One minute gone, 2 to go in the second round. Remember now, Clay has boasted, and he meant it. He actually thinks he will knock out Moore in the fourth round. .5 seconds to go in round 2. Because they think Clay is getting tired. I sort of doubt it. 10 seconds. Good right hand by Clay. Rocky Cassius Clay with trainer Angelo Dundee bending over in front of him. Norm Lockwood in the white shirt now ducking down out of range, and Duke Holloway leading through the ropes. Clay showing absolutely no respect or awe for the man who was knocked out. More fighters than anyone in history. Archie Moore, of his 187 career wins against 25 losses and 7 draws, Moore has knocked out 135 men. That is a record. Meanwhile, Clay's percentage is not too bad. 15 fights, all wins. He has knocked out 12 of those 15. Only ones who went the distance against Clay were Tommy Hunsaker, lost the decision in 6. Duke Sabadon lost the decision in 10. Alonzo Johnson lost the decision in 10. Everyone else, including 5 this year, were knocked out. Round number 3, Archie Moore in black, Cassius Clay. Clay has been doing all the throwing so far, Moore most of the blocking. A few have got in. Remember now, Clay has said he will knock out Moore in 4. Good left high on the head by Moore, followed by a right, but Clay does not even appear fazed by the punches. Notice one thing about Clay, his hands appear so fast, he can throw a punch and miss it, and still wave the arm back and block Moore's next punch before it gets in with the same hand he had missed with. Corner, and Cassius holds on. Groggy and Clay very cool, waiting for his spot. Cool for a 20-year-old. In fact, some ringsiders are wondering if Clay is actually backing off to wait for the 4th round to make his prediction come true. 10 seconds to go, and Moore is going to last the 3rd round. Archie Moore standing up. Trainer Dick Sadler there with his back to you. Arch puts his glove around Sadler's shoulder, and he was groggy in that round. Referee Tommy Hart comes over. Hiawatha Gray with the spectacles bending through the ropes on the right. Been with Archie for many, many years. So Archie apparently pulling some psychology here. He's going to show the young fella he can still stay on his feet and stay there between rounds. But here's the part and we mentioned it several times before because we thought this would be the dramatic part of the fight. Cassius Clay has said, and he has been right in 8 of his 10 knockouts before tonight, he would knock out more in the 4th round. This is the 4th round. Clay has said it so often, Moore is quite aware that this is the 4th, too, and he's backing off a bit. Even under light punches, he is wobbling. Cassius anxious. He wants that prediction. Archie beat the count. Tommy Hart pushes Clay off. 2 knockdowns in the round. And it's all over. Tommy Hart stops the bout. Cassius Clay has done it again in about 1 minute and 30 seconds of the 4th round.
Fans, 1 minute, 35 seconds in the predicted 4th round. The winner by knockout, still undefeated, Cassius Clay.
Cassius, were you laying back a little in the 3rd round waiting for the 4th?
No, I wasn't laying around in the 3rd. Archie Moore is a great fighter. And he did the best he could, as I have predicted. He must fall in 4.
Indeed,
and
he
if
did.
you have witnessed it, you've seen he done fell in 4. Now I want Sonny Liston, and he must fall in 8.
Cassius Clay, ladies and gentlemen. He had predicted it, and we made a big thing out of this throughout the build-up to the fight. That Cassius was not fooling, for earlier this year in bouts in Los Angeles, he had predicted that George Logan would fall in 4. He did fall in 4. He predicted this summer that Alejandro Lavarati would fall in 5. And tonight, that Archie Moore would fall in 4. Indeed, he did. All right, right now, we're going to run the knockout. See if we can get Cassius. We're going to show the last round on national television. We want you to describe it for us, if you would. This is the 4th and final round. Here comes Archie out of the corner. Did you notice he stood between the 3rd and 4th rounds?
Well, yes, I did notice that. There's nothing surprising about it, because you got to give it to Archie Moore. A man who stuck with me like that for 4 rounds is awful good, because there's not too many young fighters today to stay that long with me.
Cassius, now watch for it. Would you point out the first punch you really hurt him with here?
Well, it was a series of left hooks. I really couldn't tell you. All I was concentrating on was round 4. Because if I should lose or don't back up my prediction, I'll have to leave the country because I talk too much. And as you see, Archie Moore's tired. I said this would be my easiest fight. The critics and the boxing experts called me crazy, but no one knows boxing better than I do. I've had 15 professional fights and predicted 11 of them a knockout. This makes the 12th one, and that's not luck. That's know-how and natural skill. Archie's a great fighter. He's my idol, as a matter of fact, and I told my trainer I hated to fight Archie.
was the first knockdown.
Yes, it was. And I was surprised to see him get up because I was hitting hard and regular. And now I'm ready for Sonny Liston. I'm going to be the youngest heavyweight champion in history.
Cassius, that was sort of a glancing blow off the glove, the last knockdown, was it not?
No, that was you can't tell because you didn't feel it. But that was, all of those punches were hard. I trained awful hard for this fight, and this is my big opportunity. So that's one reason I say I'm the greatest. I don't only tell you I'm going to win, I call around. And the sport arena's a sellout tonight, and there's 18,000 people here to bear witness that I talk the truth.
Cassius, thank you very much. Congratulations. Well, indeed he did. Cassius Clay, and he talked nonstop there for about 3 minutes after the fight. I think he loves to talk more than he loves to fight. Now Jim Healy saying good night from the Los Angeles Sports Arena. From the Los Angeles Sports Arena, Smith Reiner Productions have presented the 12-round World's Heavyweight Title Elimination bout promoted by the Olympic Boxing Club, Cal Eaton promoter, George Parnassus matchmaker. This theater telecast has been produced by Paramount Television Productions. Cassius Clay, the winner, a knockout, 3 knockdown knockout, 1 minute 35 seconds of the 4th round tonight. Jim Healy, good night from Los Angeles, a production of the Paramount Television Productions.